Steve, it's been a bit of a bumpy season, this one, for all kinds of reasons, but this is exactly the kind of climax we were all hoping for, isn't it?
It sure is. I think any Ulster fans you speak to, the excitement building towards this match tonight. I know we'll talk about some of the players that have rolled into Belfast this evening, but I think so much to play for. A home quarter-final here in Belfast would be unbelievable. 18,000 supporters packed into this stadium to cheer on the boys in white, and I'm just really excited to see how they go tonight against the opposition, to see if they, knocked out of Europe. Big disappointment for everybody involved. Can they regather themselves? They showed that a bit against Edinburgh, but I think tonight it's a different class in opposition, and will they find another gear?
And Stevie's mentioned those faces, Andrew. The cynics, when this league was launched and the South Africans joined, suggested the big guns would stay at home. They wouldn't make the long-haul flight over and play in these games, but Khaleesi, Mapimpi, Lucanio Arm's back. They're all here tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're all rugby supporters and we're all a bit starstruck. A few big names in town, and the supporters here are pretty excited as well. And I think at this stage of the season, think what this would have been like in previous years. A little bit dull, a little bit predictable. The Irish provinces, maybe a Glasgow, maybe an Ospreys, occasionally a Scarlets, like occasionally. But you can anticipate what it was going to look like now. It's a great weekend of rugby. There's a lot of stuff up for grabs. As you say, this could end up anyway. And I know behind the scenes, a lot of teams are holding flights left, right and centre. Are we going to be in Belfast? Are we going to be in South Africa? It could be anywhere. That's great for us. A nightmare for them trying to organise stuff. But that's fine. That's their problem. For us, it's a really exciting end of the season. Yeah,
way above our pay grade, thankfully, Bob. But on that home quarter-final thing, as we say, the top eight's decided. We know who's qualified, but we don't have any idea who's going where in the next round. How important, it might seem an obvious question, but given how well the South Africans have played on home soil compared to away, how important is that home quarter-final going to be?
I think it's hugely important. The big crowds, the big stadiums in South Africa. Post-COVID, we're returning to almost, I'd say, 75 to 100% full. I think the protocol now, 75% of the fans that can be at a stadium are allowed to be. So, there's going to be massive crowds. We've got 50,000 seaters. If a big side like Ulster or Leinster or someone was playing in a quarter-final away, Manchester, it doesn't matter. The South African teams will just see these international stars and want to take them on. So all the fans will be in. So that'll be one big thing. The second big thing is I think the South African teams have done a bit of a tortoise in the hare. They, at the beginning, they didn't really get out of the blocks, and they were the old sort of plodding along. Then they won some games at home, got momentum. And now if you look at all three of the top South African sides, Bull Sharks and Stormers, they're a difficult side to beat. It doesn't matter where they are. So I think it's going to be a cracking clash here, but it's also for me a good indication of the kind of matches we'll see between the different countries.